gorgeous gals, welcome back to Contour Image, where I help you build confidence through your image. My name is Sharon Ports. I'm a California licensed esthetician, and today we're going to go over a machine from a Korean company called Medicube. Now, this entire month of September, I've decided to dedicate this whole month to all the reviews to their machines. I have every single one of them. They have 4 major ones, including a skincare line and a few other lines for things like hair. And today I wanted to discuss my very first one that I got this last year for Christmas. Actually, it was probably more for my birthday because my birthday falls in December as well, because it's something I wanted. I did a lot of research on the internet with a lot of different kinds of skincare machines, and I wanted it to count when I purchased it and used it. So this is a product that I'm going to share with you and give you a little bit of a review and how it's worked well for me. So the first machine that I'm going to discuss with you this month is called the HR Derma EMS Shot. And this is what it looks like here. It looks like a kind of a little bit of a funny machine, but it does work quite well. In fact, if you have not tried it yet, you will definitely know that it does do something just because of how it works. So just to get you a little bit acquainted with this machine, the first thing I'm going to mention that it works very similarly to Microcurrent. This is a machine that basically works just like Microcurrent. If you don't know what Microcurrent is, it's a machine that estheticians utilize at work to help bring up the elasticity and the muscle, and also kind of help with the collagen as well. But it really focuses, tends to work a lot on elasticity and the muscle. And what they do is they use a positive and negative charge on both ends, which is why we have 2 edges right here. So one's negative, one's positive. Don't know which one necessarily on this machine, but I'm just letting you know. But it has a positive and negative charge, which uses electricity and electronic pulses. And how that works is it somehow charges. I'm not really sure the full-on science about it, but I do know that this is a proven thing that is used in medical offices, including estheticians and so on. And what it does is it helps to stimulate by using these electronic pulsates, by stimulating the collagen and elastin and really getting the muscle to also somehow work with it as well. This device is very similar to another machine called NuFace. I have not tried NuFace, but it's another microcurrent product that is out on the market as a home use for many people. A lot of people do like it. I was looking at some of the reviews before in the past, and I just realized I should have done that a little bit before this video, but I haven't quite yet. But I will look at that. I've seen some mixed reviews. Some people don't like it, but most people I think do like it. And I was actually depicting between the two, between this machine and the NuFace machine before purchasing this one. I just felt like this one was a better option with the information that was given, as well as the other machines that they also make in this company as well. And I thought one day I'm going to own all 4 of them because I want to really increase my skincare and keep my youth as long as I can. This machine particularly uses a medium frequency, so even though it's not on the most highest level of currencies, I'm going to tell you, I don't think it needs to be any higher, because this machine particularly is extremely strong. When I first tried it, I didn't even know if I really liked it. I actually thought I was maybe going to return it, because it really does, you can feel it stimulating the muscles very much. Because what it kind of does is it gives like an uncontrolled muscle tightening, which is what you're doing. And I'll show you in a little while as to how it works, because I'll show you exactly how this thing works in a few minutes. But first, I want to just tell you a little bit and get you a little bit more acquainted by showing you all the features of this device right here. All right, so here is the machine right here in my hands, and you'll notice it's actually a little top heavy. The top part is actually kind of heavy from the bottom a little bit. And there's the power button, and then there's the slim mode, the up mode, and the body mode. And so there's 3 different modes, and then there's of course the mode in the button there. And in order to turn it on, you just hold down the power button, and it'll turn on just like that. And the first one it'll go to is what's called the slim mode, and it starts on the first intensity. And you'll see that it's on slim because it's green. That's the color they chose for the slim mode. And in order to change the intensity, you just hit the button, the mode button, and you'll see it just goes up one notch each time. And you can bring it back down if you need to, if it's too much. You just need to adjust where you need to work with it. If you hold down the mode button, it'll change it to up mode. And every time you change the mode, it always starts on the lowest intensity. And you can see it's a red light. And that will be where you use going up your face. So that's why they call it. And again, you can use the mode button to change the intensity of it. The next mode is if you hold the mode down, it goes to body mode, and it starts again on the first mode there, the intensity, and it's orange. So that'll tell you, the color itself will even tell you what mode you're on, and you can again adjust the intensity of it. Now you're hearing this little beep throughout, and that's just telling you to start another swipe, if you will, and I'll show you that in the next clip coming up. Now the slim mode is made for the jawline, and the up mode is made for going up your face, and the body mode is mainly for like your neck, or maybe your arms or back or something if you want to use it for that. And if you want to turn it off, you just hold down the power button. All right, so now that you're a little bit acquainted with the machine, I am going to show you how I'm going to use it to give you a better understanding and idea of how you would use it. So, the other thing I did forget to mention earlier in the film is that it does come with a conductor gel. This one has to be used with a conductor gel, and so they do come with a conductor gel. This is the one that it'll come with originally, and then if you want to, you can purchase a much larger one. You can purchase this size as well on the internet, or you can just purchase this one as well. I didn't realize how much bigger this one was. I thought this was, I think it's like 250 millimeters or milligrams or something, but this one's actually 100. It does not say on the bottle. That was the other thing that was interesting about it. Not that I could see, and I believe this is 250 milligrams. So this is a lot. This is the bigger one. But what the conductor gel does is it conducts between the positive and negative poles between the machine itself. So and you do need to use it in order to have it so that it's effective between the negative and positive poles. I believe you can also, you don't necessarily have to use this conductor gel. I believe you can even use, like, I believe it's the ultrasound, just the regular gel that they use for like ultrasounds for like babies, or if they want to look at an organ or something. But this one has things like some other beneficial products in it that you may want to also use. So with that said, let's get going on it. But before we do, I just wanted to show you the consistency of the conductor gel and just how it kind of moves and feels on the skin a little bit. You can see it's a nice gel. It's got some body to it, if you will. And you'll want to keep this on your skin after using it to help absorb the beneficial products or ingredients that are in it. So the first thing I want to do is I actually want to get my face a little bit. I washed it, but since I've been sitting here talking now, I want to kind of get my skin a little bit moist before using this, because if I just put it on dry skin, it's not going to be as effective. So I'm going to actually put on one of my favorite toners. I will do a review on this as well sometime in the near future. Don't know exactly when, but maybe in the next month or two. And so I'm just going to kind of use this to just kind of help get my skin a little bit moist, a little wet, so that it just works a little better. There we go. Make sure I close everything. So that'll kind of keep it more moist. And what I'm going to kind of use up a bit of this bottle since I'm almost out. And now you'll probably see in other videos that some people, they'll like go and just put all this gel all over it. I like to be a little bit more subtle with mine, because the more gel you put on, the more you're gonna feel it. And this is a pretty intense machine already. So what I like to do is just kind of dab it. About like that much, maybe, ooh, I don't know. I do not have the best, it wants to focus on my face. So, you know, this is, hopefully you can see it. I'm not sure if you can or not, but anyway, I like to just put a little bit on. Now that you kind of understand the mode of this, I do like to go up all the way and start here. I do about 10 on each section. And you can see I'm not making these things. This is number 8. This machine will stay on for about 10 minutes. I time it all the time. I did not time it this time, but it stays on 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do the other side. And you'll hear it beep. Kind of tells you the next round. You know, the next, you know, to start another movement here. You'll see my eye. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more. I like to dab it. It's a good amount. It's not a bad amount. Now I'm gonna change it. You'll see, I'm gonna go from green, I'm gonna go to red. I'm gonna go up to level 3. And I'm gonna go up. Sorry if this might seem a little bit boring, but you know what's interesting is when I first started this, I'm almost out. When I first started this, it was just so intense. I actually thought about returning it. I think I've gotten used to it. It's not super intense as much anymore. I remember being like, it would just like take my face and be like, you know, like right now I still, of course it's still gonna always pull, like how it messes with my eye here. It doesn't hurt, it just, when I first did it, it was really weird. I just didn't like it. I didn't like not being in control of my own muscle movements, I guess. It was a little freaky. But now, I guess because I'm so used to it, it doesn't really bother me at all. So, now one thing I have noticed too is this has helped raise up one of my brows, because I noticed one of them was getting flat. I have to open up the other bottle here. My goodness, let's see. So I'm gonna put more on. Now I notice also that my left side is more sensitive than my right side. So I can feel it more in my teeth and stuff. So I have to be kind of careful. Great. 1, 2. So as you can see, I do about 10 strokes. Ooh, right there, that's where I felt it. And sometimes I might lose count because I'm talking a little bit here. But yeah, where I feel it, not only is it my muscle facial features, but it's also like I feel it like in my teeth. Now it'll say on the thing like if you feel like your teeth are like numb for a second. I don't think that they feel numb. I feel, just to let you know, for me, they feel more like the dentist has hit a nerve in my tooth, and I don't like that feeling. It really is a huge bother for me. So I try not to get too close to, you know, my mouth area if possible, because it just drives me nuts. But once in a great while, I'll still feel it. You know, I'll still hit the nerve or something. And I noticed that, like I said, my left side, ooh, right there, I felt it. My left side is more sensitive than my right side. I must have nerve endings, more nerve endings, or they're just closer to the surface or something. So this side is always my like area. And it's kind of hard to do it when I talk. Sorry, my hand's in the way. And I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. I actually have to look at my monitor to see what I'm doing. So I have to kind of see. So as you can see, I did my jaw. I went up both sides, and then I kind of went outwards. So I'm kind of helping the muscles to, you want to always go up in an upward motion, never go down, because you're trying to get your face to go up. So next thing is I do my brow area. Now this brow here was the one that was kind of actually flattening out. So I was losing the arch and it was kind of going flat, and it's actually lifted that arch. So I really focus a lot here. Sorry, let's see if I can come down, because I want to make sure I got it. I want to keep it. I just realized. So just give you an idea. Now, if you started this on the first time doing it, it's going to be like way intense. You're going to want to start on levels 1 for sure. I have absolutely lost count right here, right now. So maybe one more. I'll do that. And then I'll do the other side, because I don't want that side to one day become flat, right? And then feel like, oh my gosh. So I'll be like, my whole life, right? When I get older. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you know what? I forgot to change. I actually want to be up on level all the way up. I actually go all the way up, see? On this one, I forgot to change it because of me talking. So, but before, I would never do it on these levels. They're just too high at first when you first start it. And I have absolutely lost count on here too. So we'll just kind of keep going with it a little bit. So I kind of focus again on both sides of my brows here, and then after doing it a few times, about 10 give or take, I don't know how many I've done now, I will kind of go around all the areas right now on my forehead. And I kind of like to hit one right here where I have that line. I'll go right here. kind of go all the way around. So you always go in upward motion. And just kind of get every bit again. And you will definitely feel, you know, this thing is on. By the way, if you have any like eczema or anything, or any kind of open cut, like a cut or like a blemish or something, oh, I guess it's already done. I went over the time. This will be extreme over that spot. It hurts really badly. And like, I don't know, I think I mentioned earlier in a later video that I did have a little bit of eczema somewhere right around, yeah, I think it was right over here somewhere. And it's practically gone, I think due to really, really well hydrating my skin. And whenever I would go over my skin, it'd always be in this area right here, it would kill so badly. Well, now it doesn't hurt because it's gone. I think I'm gonna see if I can just turn on the machine one more time, if it'll let me. It might, it may not. It might give me, oh, I hope it does. I just put that on. Oh, it did, okay. So I'm gonna go to the yellow level. I'm gonna go all the way up, and I'm gonna do it also on my neck. And I do this one a little bit faster, and I just kind of do this, and I'll just kind of go up, ooh, and I feel it. It's like, ooh, ooh. See, it kind of makes me, it kind of makes me, it's kind of weird, like I said, it's very strange. It's gonna do this to you. And I like to go a little bit in the back, just a little bit. And then what I like to do is go from the center over. It says don't get into this area, so just be aware and be careful. But I like to just kind of go from the center, closest to the center, and just work it around my neck a little bit. That kind of helps. Tighten it a bit and going up, around and up a bit. So you're always going in an upward motion. I might do it one or two more times here, just going back up. And I'll do the other side. And that'll be our last show here for the machine, for this one. I have another one next week, so stay tuned for that. So if you're interested in seeing more like red light therapy, which is great for collagen production, that one will be another fun one to watch. By the way, I want to mention in all my reviews so far at this moment in time, I am not being sponsored. These are all just me putting this out. This is stuff I use. It's stuff I enjoy or find very useful or helpful or whatever. At this moment in time, I'm not being sponsored. I don't know if in a later time I might start getting sponsored or not. I'm not really sure. My idea is I would want to actually create my own brand, though. I don't really want to do sponsorships, but you never know. If it is something I like and they're willing to pay me for it, I'll do that too. Of course, I'll let you guys know. But if it's just something I just like in general, I'm going to review it and talk about it. All right, so I think this is good for now. I'm going to just turn it off. Oops, I hit the wrong one. I don't even know how to turn it off now. All right, so that kind of gives you a good idea. Now what I would do is I would take a wet like washcloth and just wipe these down and dry it off on another towel. And that's what I would do. So that is how we use this machine, and this is how it'll help bring up a lot of elasticity, bring up also the muscles to bring those back up so that you get more of a defined jaw and feature, and just keep your skin and everything from sagging and, you know, like what nature naturally does as we get older. You will also want to leave on the conductor gel because it does have some good things in it, and just let your skin absorb it all. Now it is a little bit tacky slightly, So what I usually like to do is I like to put on my daily hydrating mask that I have done a video on. I don't know if it's out yet or if it's already come out. I think, yeah, it did come out last month. And so I like to use that, and I like to usually put on a serum, one of my serums, like my brightening serum or something, and then put on my hydrating mask and let all that get soaked up and pushed into the skin. And that is how that can be even more effective. So I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you being here and watching this fully all the way through. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you can always look at contourimage.com as well for other information that I have on information about skincare and everything. So thank you again for seeing me here at Contour Image, and just remember to stay beautiful for life.